What if I told you that every bite you take could be a step closer to one of the deadliest diseases on Earth? Cancer isn't just about genetics or bad luck. It's about choices. Choices we make every single day at the dinner table. Cancer is now one of the leading causes of death worldwide. And while lifestyle and environment play a role, the food we consume daily might be the biggest silent killer of all. Some of the most common foods we eat, foods we love, are packed with chemicals, additives, and toxins that could be raising our cancer risk without us even realizing it. Today, we are revealing the top 10 cancer-causing foods you probably eat every day. And trust me, number one will shock you. But first, let's talk about why this matters. Cancer develops when damaged cells grow uncontrollably. This damage can come from environmental toxins, genetics, or, most importantly, our diet. The foods we eat every day can either nourish our bodies or feed cancer cells. The sad truth? The modern diet is filled with highly processed, chemically altered foods that put us at risk. But knowledge is power, and today, you're going to learn what to avoid and what to replace. Number 10. Microwave popcorn. Ah, movie nights. There's nothing better than sitting on the couch with a big bowl of steaming, buttery microwave popcorn, right? But here's the shocking truth. Microwave popcorn bags are lined with perfluorooctanoic acid, PFOA, the same toxic chemical used in Teflon pans. This substance has been linked to kidney and bladder cancer. In a study conducted by the National Institute of Environmental Health Sciences, researchers found that prolonged exposure to PFOA increased the risk of multiple types of cancers in lab animals. People working in PFOA manufacturing plants have also reported higher rates of cancer. But that's not all. That buttery flavor you love? It often comes from diacetyl, a chemical that has been associated with popcorn lung, a severe lung disease. Researchers at Harvard University found that inhaling diacetyl can lead to serious respiratory issues and possibly increase cancer risk. Instead, go for organic popcorn kernels and pop them on the stove using coconut oil or olive oil. It's healthier, tastier, and cancer risk-free. Number 9. Canned tomatoes. Tomatoes are healthy, right? They are packed with lycopene, which fights cancer. But here's the problem. Canned tomatoes could be doing the exact opposite. Most canned foods are lined with bisphenol A, BPA, a chemical that interferes with the body's hormones and has been linked to breast and prostate cancer. Since tomatoes are acidic, they cause BPA to leach into your food at dangerous levels. In 2010, a study published in the Environmental Health Perspectives Journal showed that 93% of people tested had BPA in their urine, likely due to consumption of canned foods and beverages. Long-term exposure has been linked to hormone disruption and increased cancer risk. The best alternative? Choose fresh tomatoes or tomatoes packed in glass jars. Your body will thank you later. Number 8. Artificial sweeteners. Trying to cut back on sugar? Many people turn to artificial sweeteners like aspartame, saccharin, and sucralose. But did you know that some studies suggest a link between these sugar substitutes and certain types of cancer, especially brain tumors? A 22-year-long study by the Ramazzini Institute in Italy found that rats exposed to aspartame developed higher rates of leukemia and lymphoma. Although further human studies are needed, the findings raise serious concerns. If you need a sweet fix, go for natural alternatives like honey, stevia, or monk fruit sweetener. They are much safer options. Number 7. Processed meats. Hot dogs, bacon, sausages, deli meats. If these are a regular part of your diet, we've got bad news. The World Health Organization, WHO, has classified processed meats as a Group 1 carcinogen, the same category as smoking cigarettes. In 2015, a comprehensive WHO study reviewed over 800 studies linking processed meats to colorectal cancer. The study estimated that eating 50 grams of processed meat daily, about one hot dog or a few slices of bacon, increases colorectal cancer risk by 18%. What can you do? Swap out processed meats for lean cuts of fresh meat, or go plant-based with delicious alternatives like tofu, lentils, and mushrooms. Number 6. Soda and sugary drinks. It's time to talk about one of the biggest health culprits, soda. That bubbly, sweet drink might be fun, but it's also a cancer-causing time bomb. A study published in Cancer Epidemiology, Biomarkers, and Prevention found that people who consume sugary drinks daily have a higher risk of pancreatic cancer, one of the deadliest forms of cancer. Ditch the soda and try fruit-infused water, green tea, or fresh juices instead. Number 5. Farmed fish. Farmed fish, especially salmon, are raised in crowded conditions where they are often fed processed pellets. These pellets can contain contaminants like PCBs, polychlorinated biphenyls, and dioxins, dangerous chemicals that have been linked to cancer in humans. Scientific studies, including one published in the journal Science, have found that farmed salmon contain up to 10 times more PCBs than wild salmon. These toxins accumulate in our bodies over time, increasing the risk of cancer and other health issues. Now, I'm not saying you should stop eating fish altogether. Fish is an excellent source of omega-3 fatty acids, which are great for heart and brain health. But the key is choosing the right type of fish and balancing your diet. Additionally, being mindful of the origins of the fish and choosing those from regions with stringent environmental regulations can further reduce exposure to harmful contaminants. Number 4. Hydrogenated oils. Trans fats. So, what exactly are hydrogenated oils? Simply put, they're vegetable oils that have been chemically altered to stay solid at room temperature, giving our beloved treats that irresistible texture and longer shelf life. This process, called hydrogenation, involves adding hydrogen atoms to liquid oils, transforming them into trans fats. While it works wonders for food preservation, it spells trouble for our health. You've probably heard that trans fats are bad for your heart, but did you know they might also increase your cancer risk? Research has been digging into this, and the findings are concerning. A comprehensive review published in the Journal of Global Oncology suggests that high consumption of trans fatty acids could be linked to increased cancer risks. Another study in the European Journal of Cancer Prevention found that certain trans fats might elevate the risk of breast cancer. But how do these trans fats contribute to cancer? Well, they can cause inflammation and oxidative stress in our bodies, creating an environment where cancer cells thrive. Now, don't panic. The good news is, many countries have recognized the dangers of trans fats and are taking steps to ban them. However, it's still crucial to be vigilant about what we eat. When you're shopping, check the labels. Look out for terms like partially hydrogenated oils. That's a red flag for trans fats. Opt for products that use healthier fats, like olive or canola oil. By making informed choices and reducing our intake of trans fats, we can enjoy our favorite foods while taking care of our health. Remember, it's all about balance and awareness. Number 3. Potato chips and French fries. We all crave that satisfying crunch of potato chips and the irresistible taste of French fries. But did you know these tasty treats might be cancerous? When potatoes are cooked at high temperatures, like frying or baking, they produce a chemical called acrylamide. This compound forms from natural sugars and an amino acid called asparagine during the cooking process. Acrylamide is more than just a complicated name. It's been classified as a probable human carcinogen by the International Agency for Research on Cancer. This means it has the potential to cause cancer in humans. Studies in animals have shown that exposure to acrylamide increases the risk of several types of cancer. But what about humans? Research is still ongoing. While some studies haven't found a consistent link between dietary acrylamide and cancer risk in humans, the fact that it causes cancer in animals raises concerns. The National Cancer Institute notes that acrylamide is converted in the body to a compound that can damage DNA, which could potentially lead to cancer. Beyond acrylamide, there's another factor to consider. Regular consumption of high-calorie fried foods like chips and fries can lead to weight gain and obesity. Obesity is a well-known risk factor for several types of cancer, including breast, colon, and kidney cancers. So, what's the takeaway? Enjoying these snacks occasionally is okay, but moderation is key. To reduce your risk, consider healthier cooking methods like boiling or steaming potatoes, which don't produce acrylamide. And always aim for a balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. Number 2. Alcohol. Alcohol is a staple in many social settings, but it's important to understand its potential health impacts. Research has established a clear link between alcohol consumption and an increased risk of several types of cancer. The World Health Organization classifies alcohol as a Group 1 carcinogen, the highest risk category, which also includes substances like asbestos and tobacco. This classification underscores the significant cancer risk associated with alcohol consumption. But how does alcohol contribute to cancer? When we consume alcohol, our bodies metabolize it into a toxic chemical called acetaldehyde. Acetaldehyde can damage DNA and interfere with its repair mechanisms, leading to mutations that may result in cancer. Beyond acetaldehyde, alcohol can increase levels of certain hormones, such as estrogen and insulin. Elevated levels of these hormones can promote the growth of cancer cells. Chronic alcohol consumption can also lead to inflammation and oxidative stress, creating an environment conducive to cancer development. This is particularly relevant for cancers of the liver, where prolonged inflammation can result in cirrhosis and eventually liver cancer. Studies have shown that alcohol consumption increases the risk of several cancers, including those of the mouth, throat, esophagus, liver, breast, colon, and rectum. The risk increases with the amount of alcohol consumed. So, what can we do? Reducing alcohol intake or choosing non-alcoholic alternatives can significantly lower your cancer risk. Remember, the less alcohol you consume, the lower your risk of developing alcohol-related cancers. Number 1. Refined sugar. We all love a sweet treat now and then, but have you ever wondered if that sugar rush could have a darker side? Today, we're diving into the connection between refined sugar and cancer. Let's uncover the facts together. First, let's understand what happens when we consume sugar. Our bodies break down refined sugars into glucose, which provides energy for our cells. But consuming too much sugar can lead to health issues. One major concern is that high sugar intake can lead to weight gain and obesity. According to the American Institute for Cancer Research, being overweight or obese increases the risk of at least 12 types of cancer, including breast, colorectal, and liver cancers. But that's not the whole story. Emerging research suggests that excess sugar might influence cancer development beyond just weight gain. A review in PubMed indicates that high sugar consumption can lead to conditions like high insulin levels and inflammation, which may promote cancer growth. Elevated insulin levels can create an environment where cancer cells thrive, and chronic inflammation is known to damage DNA, potentially leading to cancer. So, what can we do? It's not about eliminating sugar entirely, but being mindful of our intake. opt for natural sources of sweetness, like fruits, and limit foods high in added sugars. Maintaining a balanced diet and healthy weight are key steps in reducing cancer risk. So there you have it, 10 everyday foods that could be increasing your risk of cancer. But the good news? Now that you know, you can make better choices. Remember, knowledge is power, and the more you know about what you put in your body, the better you can protect yourself and your loved ones. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and share it with your family and friends. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel Health Med Tips for more life-changing health tips. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.